Hey guys, it's PJ from Wisconsin Air Gunners. What started out as a walk-in stock for red squirrels tearing up a barn here on this horse farm has turned into a fortunate, look, there's a rabbit, and they want the rabbits gone too. So not exactly what we came out for, but it may turn into something else down the line. Especially since they also keep chickens here, and chickens in this part of our state mean foxes. So there's a decent spot to sit out and watch for that at some point in the future. Let's take a look at this rabbit shot. This rabbit's actually pretty used to activity, as the homeowner has 3 dogs plus the horses. But he was a little bit skittish, and he kept pushing out in front of me. This was the first chance I had to get the scope on him, but obviously with that chain link fence there, I don't have a shot. I'm at about 30 yards now, and I'm looking and I can see another opening where I think I might get a shot just a few more yards down this fence line. So before we get to what happens with that rabbit, I want to talk to you just a little bit about nuisance hunting, specific to Wisconsin, why I think it's important to have a good permission, little permissions. I mean, it's great to have big permissions where there's tons of stuff to shoot at. It's also nice to have some little ones where when you only have a couple hours, maybe an hour or two to get out, you've got something close to home so that you can go out, get some shooting done, take a nice walk around, and hopefully come home with something in the bag for the dinner table. So my state allows for pest animals, or what are considered nuisance animals, which includes foxes, beavers actually, rabbits, squirrels. There's a whole list. In fact, I'm gonna post that here in just a minute. But the landowner can shoot those anytime they want on their own property without a license, and that includes the landowner's family. If you're not the landowner, you can go in as an agent, and in order to be an agent, you need to get a letter from the landowner. And here I'll put up what that requires. There's some specific things that have to be in the letter. But once you have that, you then can go in with a license, but you can year-round and without a bag limit shoot any of those nuisance animals that are listed. Now, if you're going to do this kind of hunting and you're not in Wisconsin, you need to check your own statute. And if you're not in the U.S., you need to make sure you're following whatever laws apply in your particular location, because it doesn't pay to get in trouble over this stuff. If your Department of Natural Resources is anything like ours, basically, if you get in trouble for something like this, your guns are gone. And I've got way too much invested in my air rifles to risk anything like that over simply shooting an animal. At this point, I've moved down the fence line, hoping that I can find an opening through the brush, and I'm close, but I just don't quite have the shot because of that branch. I think this rabbit knows I'm there. He's moving around a little bit, and he's got a couple of spots he can dive into where I can't get him. He's moving, and I gotta counter it. So other people have put out videos on how you get a permission. I'm going to talk about this one specific type of permission, and I'm just going to call it the casual permission. I was, as I usually do, posting about something hunting or shooting related, and the topic was about squirrels, actually. There was a planned squirrel hunt in upstate New York, and somebody had emailed me that they somehow got on an email list, and someone had started a petition to stop what is an annual event. They've been doing it for years, this squirrel hunt, saying it was cruel. I decided to go find their flyer and post it on my social media page to say, hey, if I could be there, man, I would be, because this sounds like a whole lot of fun, and I'd love to do this thing with an air gun. That would be sweet. It occurs to me that you can probably listen and look at the rabbit at the same time. In response to that post, I wound up getting a message from my friend whose husband is unfortunately disabled and can no longer shoot, asking if I would come out to their property and take care of these red squirrels. Now, I know they have a horse farm, and my thought was that it was out in the horse barn. As it turns out, it's actually in their house, and I sort of brought the wrong rifle. I'll be going back with the Avenger and 177 caliber, but you see, this is how you wind up with a new permission. At least in this case, it starts with showing interest in an activity in a place where other people are going to find out about it, and then being able to go out and lend a hand as soon as you get the call. So I didn't wind up taking out the red squirrels, but I do have a plan to go back and get them later. I also did something for the homeowner which made them happy and increases the likelihood that they'll let me come back. It's important to have a number of these small permissions within easy driving distance from your house so that you can get out on a regular basis, even on those days where you couldn't spend all afternoon. Well, that was a great shot. Like I said, about 36 yards, and right on the head. Actually, the recovery was just a hair. See what I did there? Just a little bit too graphic, probably for YouTube. So they may pull this down. Well, everybody, that just about wraps this one up. Hope you found the video entertaining, maybe a little bit informative on the permission angle. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you want, leave a comment down below. That certainly helps things out. Until next time, shoot safe and shoot straight. We'll see you on the next one. Because not every shot we take makes it into a video, please consider following me on Instagram at PJ Clark or Wisconsin Air Gunners.